So, Mr. Isaac Felua Babalola.
Most people don't call me Isaac. I only use
Crazy.
Isaac outside the country so that they don't start to be cramming. How do you Mr. Ife? Mr. Eve. So I just try say Isaac.
Who was Isaac, before Snappcode?
You still keep calling me the Isaac. My name is Ifeoluwasimi Isaac Babalola. That is who I am before
Snappcode.
you meet the meat, Snappcode. I grew up in a place called Ota, Ongwata, Ogun State, in a very amazing era where life was simple, There was no need to do much. I don't think I've had this amount of headache, because when I moved to Lagos, it geared me to, want to just do better, do crazy things. Like you see people out there, So I grew up in Songwater. I started my education in the Ambassadors. I was one of the first students in the Ambassadors. Now the Ambassadors is one of the top leading schools in Africa, the number one IGSC and all of that. So although our area was skinny, but we were top. So Ambassadors was a very big school. Then I left Ambassadors and I went to Megadex College. Yeah, it was also an amazing time. I met amazing people, But I've always been people not believe it. I'm a shy type, but I'm also a bold type. All I need is one person in the room to spark up my energy, and I'm active. So it was a very amazing era of my life, Um, I had no I think I had no interest in I had an interest in documenting stories. I used to make videos of everything. That year professional phones just came out.
Smartphones.
Yeah, smartphones just came out. Those apart from the BlackBerry, that period, that was the
Yeah.
BlackBerry Touch, the black. So I remember I was using BlackBerry Touch. Was it 3? I used Touch 1. I used Touch 3. And one thing that you always see on my phone is memories. You see that I'm making videos. I didn't have any plan to become something. So I remember then I just knew I wanted to be something. Growing up, it was Nepo baby at the beginning of my life, because my dad was the former farm manager of Obasanjo Farms in Africa in total. And then we grew up, he left the farm and Nepo baby period left. So that's where we learned to actually be hustlers. They went to university. I remember one time before I gained admission, I was in my sister's house and I just said, I didn't know I was ever going to go into photography. I didn't have the mind I said I was going to become a photographer. I just said that, one day I just saw E-News, they were doing this fashion show and they did a video. They now said, and let's go to Africa as we talk about the legend, Kelechi Amadi. I was like, and I was seeing when they were talking about his photography, and they were talking about his photography journey, and also talking about how he did his art, and I was like, oh wow, nice. The next thing they were showing was one fashion show. And I was like, I just said it callously. I said, one day I would like to own a production company. I didn't know that there was the Bible says there's power in our tongue. So I didn't know there was a chain reaction that just happened. 2 years later, a friend of mine was doing her matric. I think it was matric. No. A friend of mine was doing, like a younger friend of mine, Kumi Adenuga. She was doing her secondary school graduation. She's a Nepo baby. So we just, what even happened, Seth? I went to do the stuff. I went to attend. Then a friend of ours, like our school mother at that time. So we are joined by a school mother. Do you get?
Yeah.
So our school mother at that time now came with camera, a Nikon D3200. Or 3200, D3200, that's Nikon. So, and she came with the 200, and I was like, oh, this is nice. So she was like, oh, this camera, let me see. Then she told me to take pictures with it. That she now put it on auto. So I was just taking pictures, and I was enjoying. I was thinking about somebody post for me. They were like, oh, everybody will smile and everything. And I was like, I love this. I love making people smile. So it felt like a channel to make people smile. And I just went, oh, okay, let's get this on, Then what was the next thing I did? I told my dad, I said that they told us to bring camera in school for entrepreneurship course. So my dad now called my deputy vice chancellor because she's my brother's in-law.
Yeah.
My brother is married to the daughter of the deputy vice chancellor of the school I was in. So just called her, you sending Yoruba now, wait on my other doing that. So they should bring camera. We're like, oh yeah, that she knows that they're doing entrepreneurship courses and you're like, oh okay. Then he got me one camera at that time. It was a Canon or Nikon Coolpix. I was like, no, this is not, all those, like all these influencer cameras these guys are using now.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, no, it was even the latest. It doesn't even come out in Nigeria at that time.
Mm.
And they got it for me. Then I was like, oh no, this is not it. Then, and I called my godfather. My godfather was like, oh, okay, Patty, you send his son to get me one in the US and send it. And I was in school. Then they brought the camera to me in Nikon D80.
Mm.
I was so in love with that camera. I rocked it, and my kit lens. I rocked it for a very long time. I was in school, which is shooting back to back. I was just shooting. Whether I knew how to shoot or not, I'm shooting. Shooting in church, shooting on ground, shooting on. At one point, I said, then the first time I made money with it was with one girl I knew we were talking in school. That I'm not talking relationship, like just talking. So she was like, oh, I bet it's coming. I was like, let me take a picture. Then I took a picture. I didn't edit it. I just gave it to her after. And then she gave me like, I think 2.5 or 2.7. I can't remember. I gave her all the pictures. She just gave me. Then I was like, testimony. I was so excited. Then I started charging.
Oh, yeah.
But I was not editing. I didn't know how to edit. So I remember I went to go and meet one of the guys that work with me now, Tosin Akin. I went to meet Tosin. You know Tosin?
No.
I went to meet Tosin in school that time. I was like, like, come and show me how to edit with laptop. He now said it take time, but he now showed me how to use Camera Raw. So all I was doing was I was just adding color to video to images. Now people started liking it because it was not like what they used to do in school. In school, those photos in school.
Yeah.
Now at school, I was like I was the major first student photographer.
Mm.
Others were all those photo guys. Do you understand? I was like the
Yeah.
main student, not under any association, not under anything. Not me. So those photographers just clean the face. Me, I was not like I was just doing very good color, and add contrast, add this. People were liking it. They were posting it on AAA Fashionistas that year. AAA Fashionistas, AAA Paparazzi. Everybody was posting. I was shooting in clubs. I was shooting everywhere. I was shooting with that pop-up light though.
No, crazy.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Then later I started renting speed lights from those. I remember they rented for me for how much? Yeah. So it was a very amazing era of my life, So I just like to, take people's pictures and make them, have fun. And that was just all I was not focused about the money. I'll just see you on the road and stop you and say, oh, hi, can I take a picture of you? And they'll be like, oh, okay, sure. That's what I like to do. So in that process, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Then school finished. Then you started to think about what do you want to do. I remember because when I finished, I didn't know. When I finished, I went back to where I did my IT, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, and I worked there for a while. And it was just like, then I just knew I didn't want to work on an office. I wanted my creative spirit. Just go to the office every day. That's why even till now, I don't let my workers come to work every day because I don't like it. So just come when there's need to be productive.
Yeah.
You understand? Everybody can work from their home. 2018, I hit rock bottom, and there was no work, there was nothing because I already left my job, and I suffer. I could not even buy a recharge card.
Mm.
I couldn't buy a recharge card of how much. I suffered. It was very. My mom was the one buying recharge card for me. 100 naira. I'll borrow 100 naira. I remember I left home to feed home before. I can't remember I say love there, I say food actually there, so.
I swear.
And my family members, they they no chase me. So I remember that same thing that they told my brother that to come back from
Come back
Kaduna.
home.
They're like, there is love at
At
home.
home.
There is there's food at home. There's everything. Nobody sent you out. So along the line, I I was down. Then one day, I think one day I wanted to end it all.
Crazy.
Then I sat down in the house that day and I was like, my brother then sent me music. He just sent it to me randomly. It's not like I even told anybody what I was going through. And I was listening to it and I was like, oh, kí gbogbo aráyé lè mọ̀ dájú wípé. He said that the whole world will know that thou art God and God alone. Show your mighty hands. And I just trusted God. And I was like, okay. And I started singing the song every day. And I started praying. And then things started turning around. It didn't come immediately because there was a reaction in the spirits. Things were working one by one, It were a little day. So in 2 weeks, it started turning around. I started receiving calls from certain places. Oh, I don't know if you're available for this. Oh, I don't know if you are this for this. And I just be like, oh yeah. Then suddenly my life changed. And it started changing gradually. And then at one point, okay, yeah, then I met Coco by Chloe. I started working. We started collaborating. I met Jermaine first. Jermaine then later took me to an event. Jermaine, I'm an amazing person. We went to an event where Coco by Chloe's event, and I met Coco by Chloe there. And Coco was like, "Oh, I love the video you made." I made a video with my phone. Like, "Oh, I love the video you made." And I'm like, "Oh, this." And the pictures I took, she was like, "Oh my god, that can we work?" I was like, "Oh, definitely, we can do some work." Collaborate. She's like, yeah. That time she was still like, everybody was still upcoming.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, hey, but man, I don't get Wednesday give you every time. I was like, no, because I was not even about the money. I was doing other businesses. I just wanted to, put my art, put my work out there. And we started doing that. We started taking pictures, making videos, doing a lot of stuff. We even did a series called Jaye with Coco. Those outside lifestyle, and it's just Jaye chopping life. It was a whole series. It was an amazing thing. We had so much fun. And I remember there was a time, so God, thank you for Coco, because I remember there's a time the whole stuff started getting into my head. I started making money, started clubbing, started carrying girls. Not prostitute, I don't carry prostitute. I just like girls, random girls. Oh, you just text you on IG, Snapchat, all those things. And it was, Then one day, Coco sat me down and gave me the lashing of my life. She spoke into my head. I think that was like one of the last time I went to a club. And I was like, oh, this is not how I met you. I was still working, but I was still getting carried away with the things of life. That's why I'm very particular about, passing this new generation and this, because it's so easy to get carried away, so easy to think that, oh, this, oh, that, oh, we've been there, we've seen that. I thank God she did that, because I later, nobody has advised me up to cock in this life. Everybody will just let you do whatever you're doing. She will call you, say, you're my brother. So chant and chant and chant and. So I feel like Coco was like the point where that person that God actually sent to me, like booming check.
Yeah.
And then I started raising up generations of new photographers and people, and started, impacting their life one way I can do the same way I was impacted. Like in this house alone, we housed, I feel like, over 25 people. In this house, it was crazy. Everybody was sleeping everywhere. Yeah, did I tell you that I was first, before the name Snappcode, I was first called the Fashion Explorer. Yeah,
Wow.
I was first called the Fashion Explorer.
So what made you drop that to Snappcode?
I think I was shooting one of the guys in lower departments one time. I knew I was not like cast in stone. I just, oh, what's your name? And my name was just like Fashion Explorer. I explore fashion. Stop you on the road. I was a lifestyle street photographer. I'll stop you on the road. Bang, bang, bang. This, and that's how it went. I didn't even move. Still went like forward like that. Stop you on the road and ask you, "Yo, what's up? Can I take a picture?" So I was taking a picture of one guy one day. His name is Fisaya. And it was like, snap, snap now. Snap, snap now. And I still snap. I'm mad. The name go. And I said, ah. And I told him, I said, man did not review this to you. But Spirit of God, I said, okay, snap. I left the name Snap. Then what happened next? I think, well, 1 week later, they used to call me one day cool in my house in school, my apartment at that time in school. My neighbors used to call me one day cool because I sing. So now they just call me one day code. One day code. And I said, ah. And I said, code. Bad. My guy was upset me and I said, Snap code. Connect that. Snap code. Snap with the code. It wasn't like, even Snap drink self, they fit give you ambassadorship. You know those guys were just catching crews and all of that. I was like, goes well, Snap code. I was gonna change my IG. I wanted to put Snap like 1P, but I think it was not available or something. Then I just changed it to double P.
Double P.
No, it was available. It was that name, Snap. So I just changed it. I was like Snap code, and before I knew it, my friends didn't even know I was one of the Snap code because they're following me on IG. They just all of a sudden started seeing pictures. I was taking pictures. I was posting everything. Whether I find it, no fine. I was posting everything. See, the same way I'm doing this glam bot now, it's the same way I'm doing Snap code. This Snap code that year.
Yeah.
So it has taught me one thing, that don't care about what people say. Build. Don't wait till you're perfect. Just start. Don't wait till the set is perfect. Don't wait till anything is perfect. Nobody that has done something great had it perfect. You just keep procrastinating. You might say, "Oh, well, I was posting. When I get better again. Now it's not when I got better, I now archive most of them. But bro, I kept on posting. I was just posting. That's the most important. I remember even as I didn't know anything to do photography, I was doing projects. I remember I did one in school in 2016 that time called Beauty Behind the Madness, where I took some people. I did Beauty Behind the Madness twice. I did first series in school where we called several designers. We called like 5 designers, 5 makeup artists, 5 models, 5 hairstylists, everybody to come and do the shoot. We did the shoot. Everybody ate at the end of it, and waiting for delivery. 5 photographers too. All of us, I didn't know what we were doing. We didn't really know what we were doing. But we took pictures that time.
Yeah.
And and see now, I think then I did 1 year or 2 years later, I did another one in Makoko, Beauty Behind the Madness. It's amazing, I didn't care about the result. I just cared about the experience. Everything I do is about the experience.
So, but how did your family background and educational background impact your career today?
I don't know. I studied pure and applied psychology. After that, I also studied branding and marketing, and a little bit of business administration. So, that's it. They're helping my business. My dad already taught us how to hustle. He taught us honesty. He taught us integrity. He taught us how to, not soil our name. And that was the most important thing. So he taught us a good reputation. Then I learned other business ethics through school and education. Education is my scam. Yeah. I'm a big keen on knowledge, because knowledge is what you know will give you an edge. Clock it. What you know will give you an edge. Knowledge. So you need knowledge to get power, and you need power to take charge.
Looking back to your upcoming stage up till now, what did you think you could have done better?
Maybe I would have invested in crypto early. I don't know if I would do anything differently, because I believe everything that I am now was forged from who I was. So But if I was to do anything differently, I will not follow woman. I tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Huh. Trust me, oh. If I was to do anything differently, I will not follow woman. Oh. I would find my purpose alone in God, and then, but I will not follow woman. That's one thing I know I would have done. If I could go back in time, I'll save my best friend.
Let's say you have to start afresh again today. What step would you take? Like,
If I lost everything today, I'll still make it times 10. Because what? Maybe wait for my book to come out. My book is coming out, so it's called Profit by Design. Because the tactics on how to be one of the greatest of all times is all in partnerships, collaborations. It helps you scale faster. But a lot of people, they like to eat their cake and have it. I didn't learn anywhere. I didn't have money. I didn't have the 30,000 naira that I decided I should bring where I want to go and learn. So I started learning on YouTube. I started following people up and down. They didn't know I didn't know anything. I will not just talk when they are talking. I'll just be watching them. I'll go back and practice. I was shooting like a madman. I would trek all the way from my house to Covenant University because I wanted to go and shoot all those students that are there.
yeah.
I'll just text all those models that time. Text them. See me, Sonia. See all those people like, text them. Ebby, Ella. Text all those models. That time was high rise for fashion and everything. Covenant. Text them. What's up? I'd like to, if you know how many, hi, my name is, some I've gone to and send from a lot of people. Hi, I would like to come and shoot you. I'll mix with the photographer, say, hey, what's up? What's up? I'll go and I'll see how they are shooting. I'm always the yo. Bam, bam, bam. Sharp. I don't do alpha. I don't get strength. I don't get time. What's up? I'll go out this person. I'll go and shoot. Bro, I was shooting every time. I was editing. People that knew me in my house that time, it's James that can testify. If you ask him, I don't have a laptop. That's why I get angry when I see people that have everything handed to them. And I didn't have a laptop. I was borrowing laptop. James was borrowing me his laptop. James borrowed me laptop for 3 days. Then at one point I said, instead of him coming and going, why not? I said, come and stay in my house. James started staying in my house. We stayed in my house for weeks. He will go in the house again. He'll carry laptop, go. I know people. I was sacrificing a lot. Because I wanted to learn something. Don't see people that everything is handed to you. You're inside a house that have AC. You have laptop. You have camera. And you are not still good. You are not hungry enough. You are not hungry enough. I would trek. If you know how far it was, I'll trek all the way from my house to Covenant University. It's like as if I'm trekking from here to, let me see, trekking from here to, where is Ikate?
Crazy.
Now with car, is a 20 minutes drive. That means no traffic.
Yeah.
It's a 20 minutes drive. You will pass Bells University. I will trek all the way from Obasanjo to that side. Sometimes I will have money for go. I will not have money for come back. Now, when you get to Winners Junction, from Winners to Covenant University is now like another journey from here to Mega Chicken.
That's crazy.
So you see, now where I used to go and I don't know when we didn't have laptop. Where I used to go and edit was one cafe. They used to print banner there. They don't have one laptop, one computer, not laptop, computer they don't use. So even if you're editing and the work and lights go off like this,
Have to restart again.
you will start. So I go to save PSD. Now, that place, I can only edit there 2 hours in a day. When they don't finish work, 6 o'clock they close. So 6 to 8, the secretary go sit there and she go leave, she go wait till 8. That's how I edit. I can have plenty. That's why I'm fasting editing. I say, if I'm not fast enough, I can have plenty of work to do like this. I have to do it sharp. That is growth. You are not hungry. You have to be hungry. There's nothing like convenience. People don't become better versions of themselves by being comfortable. Comfortability is the killer of success. That's why I get angry. The anger in me, I be like, you have a lot handed to you. Why are you not doing a lot with your life? You only have this life. I've been working in my room throughout the whole day now. You've not left. I came when the only time I came out was when we had a shoot downstairs, and because nobody was around, I had to shoot. And now the next thing, another reason why I even came downstairs again to eat. Once I eat, some days I will not step outside. I will not. I say like some days I will not step outside. I'll just be upstairs. At this stage, I'm still working like a madman. I'm sleeping late in the night. I'm sleeping 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because bills are crazy. In my house alone now, plus light bill, plus all the everything, I spend over ₦1 million per month. I pay salaries, I pay school fees, I pay through the foundation that we have. I pay school fees, I pay a lot of stuff, I do a lot of things. Because I have people on me that their destiny relies on me.
You, yeah.
Before I even knew anything about video, I've been collecting contracts for video production. The first commercial I ever took, paid me some money. I don't talk about money online. So, paid me good money. That was the first thing. But I had confidence and I did it. And it was excellent and they were happy. Because that's who I am. I am relentless. I'd never back down. You cannot tell me something is impossible. I'll just tell you that I have not just found a way yet.
So you can show the camera your drawing now. So that
doesn't look like me. It's not my calling. I respect artists a lot.
So that's it. Thanks a lot, Snappcode. Thanks a lot. This was really amazing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
And I'm proud of you.
I pray that you find clarity in Jesus' name. Amen.